Hi, my name is Tom. I'm here with Gordon. Gordon is the technical director for the best transmission repair facility in Greater Salt Lake City. That's correct, right? Freeway Transmissions.
It is.
So I was telling Gordon that I was coming through the area. I'm the webmaster for Freeway Transmissions. And I was coming through the area and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to just do a couple quick videos that we could put on YouTube and also put on your website to enhance the website and provide an opportunity to share some of your expertise about transmissions with people in the Salt Lake City area that might be having a problem or a question with the transmission. And one of the things that I wanted to touch on was the whole concept of rebuilding a transmission. People out there in Salt Lake City, when you buy a car and you have a bad transmission, you can't buy a new transmission, right? You can't go down to the auto parts store and say, I want to buy a new transmission, right?
No, new transmissions are not available anywhere except for maybe the first month or two of a new vehicle off the showroom floor. Other than that, it will be a remanufactured transmission.
Now, you use the term remanufactured. Is that different? Is the term remanufactured different than rebuilt transmission?
No, remanufactured or rebuilt transmission is one and the same.
It is. Okay.
When you rebuild a transmission, you rebuild the existing transmission out of a vehicle quite often. A remanufactured would be an exchange that you would pull off of your inventory, your shelf, or your supplier and put it in exchange in the vehicle.
Interesting. And in this business, well, in any business, you know, the reputation of the company really carries a lot of weight insofar as, like, for example, what percentage of people that bring their car down here that say they have a transmission problem, what percentage of those people need a reman or a rebuilt transmission? That it just, you know, they have a transmission problem, and what percentage have a...
Probably around 30%.
One out of three, maybe.
1 out of 3 thinking they need a transmission end up needing a transmission. So about 60-70% thinking they need a transmission don't need a transmission. Well, let me back up a little bit. There's a percentage of people bringing their vehicles in for maintenance, probably about 20%. So it's about 50% of the people bringing their cars down here thinking they need a transmission don't.
Interesting. So, and transmission, a rebuilt transmission, remanufactured transmission can be a costly repair.
Very much so.
Can it not?
Yeah, very much so.
Probably the most expensive component in the vehicle?
Well, with that and the engine, there's pretty much a balance there. Sometimes it's more expensive than replacing an engine, sometimes not, but they're both very expensive repairs.
So, in considering a very expensive repair, I would think that at the foremost front and center of individuals' minds would be the reputation of the company. Because when somebody comes into the shop and they have a transmission problem, they're pretty much at your mercy. They can go out and get a second or a third opinion, but they're pretty much relying on the reputation of your company to give them the honest estimate and evaluation of their situation. Correct?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, honesty is of utmost importance to me and all the employees that work for Freeway. We wouldn't be who we are and the word of mouth and the return business that we get if we weren't the stand-up company and honest company that we are.
Right.
No work is done unnecessarily.
Okay, no work is done unnecessarily. Do you hear that? So when you talk about who we are, you are Freeway Transmissions and Clutches, and Freeway Transmission and Clutches has been serving the Greater Salt Lake City area how long?
Since the mid-60s. Very long time.
Mid-60s?
Yes.
I was like all of 2 years old in the mid-60s.
Well, I was a little bit older than that.
A little bit older than that, huh? So since
I haven't been with him since the mid-60s, but I've been in this business for going on 40 years.
Wow. And the Freeway Transmission and Clutches, as I see as I've been working on the website, one of the things that sticks out is that you have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Yes, we do.
So you don't get an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau unless you've really earned it.
Yeah.
And Get Part approved. You're Get Part approved.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's with those two things right there: family owned and operated, Get Part approved, A+ rating. Why would you take your transmission to any place else in the greater Salt Lake City area than down here to Gordon at Freeway Transmissions and Clutches? Now you have 3 locations. We're in Murray.
Murray, downtown Salt Lake, and West Jordan.
Okay. Now the phone number here.
It's 801 area code 265-9200.
And I'm going to test you. Do you know the phone number at the other 2 shops?
Downtown will be 801-908-0509, and West Jordan will be 801-566-8726.
Fantastic. And they can call you personally, Gordon, 24/7, 365 days a year, including Christmas and New Year's, all that?
We do take a couple holidays off, but for the most part, we are here for you.
Okay, so anyway, folks, listen, thank you for your time. Hope this was informative. If you're in the Salt Lake City area and you have a transmission problem or question, give Gordon or anybody here at Freeway Transmission a call and they'll be happy to help you out.
Please do.